I'm from Chicago.
Mm,
So I've been a Bulls fan. But it has been, once I got on board and read the book Showtime, I was
yeah.
sold. It was such a great book, and it was just really exciting to read.
Winning Time: The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty season 2 premieres on HBO and HBO and Max on August 6th. So, Kevin, I want to ask you this: what can fans expect from this season, which chronicles the Lakers from 1980 to 1984?
I think some pretty great rivalry and matchups, right? From the Lakers to the Celtics to Magic and Bird to Bust to Auerbach, with the kind of the coaching drama between Westhead and Riley. There's hopefully a lot of character drama along with the game time drama that with Salli's guidance, I think we've recreated pretty meticulously, depending on how much you've seen of season 2. I mean, we recreate that 84 finals, I think, in a pretty exciting way.
Of course. And, Salli, you directed 3 episodes, including the season premiere and the season finale. So without necessarily giving anything away, how would you best describe the episodes you directed?
A basketball that you've never seen before, ever. I really think that, these are some iconic games, and we were very meticulous in trying to recreate what people have seen, on YouTube or in documentary kind of footage. But then we sort of add to it and give you the drama inside of the game. What is that narrative? What are those looks? What is that drama between the coach and the players in the huddle? That's the stuff that you've never seen before, and I think that that's what our fans are looking for.
Absolutely. Kevin, I wanted to ask you, one of the things that stands out with Winning Time with this season, even last season, is characters breaking the fourth wall, specifically with Dr. Jerry Buss, with Magic Johnson, and even some other characters as well. So what made your team go in that direction when it comes to characters talking to the audience?
I think when Adam and I first sold the property to HBO and we brought on Max and Rodney and Jim as writers, we encouraged them using a film that we have made, The Big Short, as kind of like a model for that. So it's a tricky thing because you don't want to overuse it. So we'll probably film a few more than actually end up in the cuts. So part of it's a juggling act. When's the right time for a character to be more intimate or to point out something that feels like a shared moment with the audience? And when does it feel overboard? So for us, the balance is shooting a little bit more than we need and then making the decision in the edit.
Right. And Salli, with you as a director, you got to work closely with the cast. So how impressed were you to see these actors portray these legendary players and legendary coaches?
Well, it's been honestly amazing the second season to see the growth of some of our younger actors, like Quincy, who plays Magic, and Sean, who plays Larry Bird, and Solomon, who plays Kareem. These guys hadn't done a lot of work up to this point, and they have just grown so much and embody these characters like they were born to play them. So it's just been a wonderful journey for all of them to grow as actors this season, and an incredible work. In particular, Quincy has done an amazing job as Magic and goes on a real journey this second season.
And speaking of that, Kevin, Larry Bird plays a big part of the story just because of, with the Lakers from 1980 to 1984, and that Lakers Celtics rivalry really takes off. So last year, I got a chance to talk to Sean Patrick Small, who, plays Larry Bird. And I've just been really impressed with how he has portrayed, Larry on screen. So how much have you enjoyed watching him as really in season 2, where his character begins to grow?
We're all so impressed with Sean. He really channels the spirit of Larry. And depending on how much you've seen of season 2, we go deeper into his backstory, and I think in season 1, we kind of presented him as the rival and the villain to Magic. But in this season, I think, and Sean got to explore it as an actor, is really go into the beginnings, which were somewhat tragic in terms of how he started out his basketball career. And then to see them match up in terms of Larry and Magic by the end was amazing. My best call to Sean this season was telling him that he's going to be on the poster. I said, get ready. You're going to see yourself on billboards.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch episode 3 of season 2, and it really is interesting to look at Larry's backstory, because I think most people do know about, Larry Bird. I don't think too many people know about his backstory. So I think fans are going to be really interested to see, that episode and, his backstory and his history with his family. So I think that's going to be really great. But Sal, yeah. Oh,
nobody really knows that he dropped out of school, right? Like that's maybe a hoop head might know that, but not the general public, perhaps. So we agree.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that he started in Indiana, because I just know him from Indiana State. So that was really something that was new to me, honestly. So yeah, that's going to be really great to see. But Salli, I want to ask you this. It's been fun watching this series, because it takes me back to that time with the Lakers and Celtics in the 1980s when I was a kid. So during that time, were you into the NBA, and were you following that Magic Johnson Larry Bird rivalry?
Well, I have to do a disclaimer. I'm from Chicago. So I have been a Bulls fan. But it has been, once I got on board and read the book Showtime, I was sold. It was such a great book, and it was just really exciting to read. And I've learned so much about the Lakers now and this whole journey that I'm now a Lakers fan. Now it's like like this last season, it just pulled me in a different way, and hopefully that's what it does for a lot of people who aren't necessarily Lakers fans. But I think once you watch the show, it changes your whole perspective, and it pulls you right into Lakers land.
It absolutely does. Well, Kevin, Salli, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations on season 2, and continued success to both of you.